Hello everyone, this video is all about VLSI job versus IT job. So here I am not going to tell that VLSI is better or IT is better. This is individual's choice whether they like VLSI job or IT job. Aim of this video is to tell salary range in both industries depending on educational background and also what position we get in these companies as a freshers. Do college background matter only at a time of start or it matters in long run also? And if you are not from top colleges, then how one can make in top VLSI companies? So based on my experience as well as discussion with different people, I will answer these questions, and I will also try to suggest some ways for tier 3 college graduates to enter in VLSI field. I am also example of same thing. So with these points, let us get started. Our first question is, do college reputation matters? So answer is yes. College background matters to fetch your first job. Salary for freshers is mostly decided by college you belongs. However, if you have extra skills, then you may get some more amount, but as a general statement, it depends on college. In this video, I will refer IITs, NITs and WITS, VIT and SUT as top colleges. So if you are not from these colleges, then you must have completed your BTech in ECE or CS or EE in colleges other than these. So suppose you want to make your career in VLSI companies, then there are 3 ways. First, give GATE and try to get top college for MTech. To choose best college based on your GATE score, you can watch the video in description. Second way is to self-study of basics and training institute. Join a VLSI training institute. And third way is get a low paid IT or VLSI job. Study on weekends, do some relevant online courses and switch. To know must do courses for getting placed in VLSI companies, you can watch my older video which is also available in description. So now question arises, what happens in long run? Top colleges may give you a better start, but it is skills and projects which matter in long run. So if anyone do not have very good college background and gets a VLSI or IT job, then he should keep improving his skills and try to get some good or valuable projects inside company. And if you have extra time, then you can make some project and make it open source on the platforms like GitHub. So one may start from low salary, but if he keep learning, then in course of some time he can reach at almost same level with those who have done their graduation from top colleges. Now we will talk about expected range of CTC depending on educational background. IT companies usually allows EC branch to sit for placement. So if a person have required skills, then he can sit for placement in IT companies as well. Based on educational background, I have divided everyone in 5 categories. So first one are those who have done their BTech from top IITs such as Bombay, Madras, Delhi, Kanpur, Kharagpur, etc. Their CTC on VLSI side is slightly higher than other top colleges itself. Actually, this thing depends on company also, but as much as I know, they have 1 to 5 LPA higher CTC at entry level. So for VLSI, range is from 15 to 32 LPA and base is almost 60 to 80% of CTC. Some companies like Apple, Google crosses this range as well and can offer from 48 to 65 LPA, but their selection process is long. They conduct 2 to 3 rounds of technical interview before hiring. And CTC for IT side can range from 10 to 45 LPA for these top college students, and that 45 LPA is basically for Microsoft company. And now our second category, top NITs or top private colleges such as WITS, VIT or have little lower pay in VLSI side. However, for IT companies, it is usually same as top college students. So if your BTech is from tier 3 college, then it is really tough to get a VLSI job directly, and somehow you enter, then payout will be less, somewhat between 4 to 8 LPA, and for IT companies payout will be 4 to 10 LPA. Mass recruiters such as TCS, Infosys, Wipro, etc. hire tier 3 colleges students mostly. So what should these tier 3 college students do to get a high CTC at entry itself? Most famous way is to do MTech from top college and get almost same package as undergraduate of top colleges. Usually when a person do MTech in EC branches such as VLSI or communication or signal processing, he want job in core domain. So after doing MTech, anyone don't want to go on IT side. But suppose someone have those skills, then he might get a CTC ranging from 10 to 20 LPA. Now coming to last category, if you have done your MTech also in tier 3 colleges, so that obviously increase your knowledge but do not give any CTC advantage, and one get more or less same pay as BTech or sometimes little higher. So these were the details on salary. After getting a job, growth becomes an important factor. So growth depends on individual learning skills. So if an average student from top college can expect 10 to 20% growth depending on their hard work, their entry level CTC is itself high, so growth of 50 to 100% per year is rare for these students. Same scenario follows for students who have MTech or MS from top colleges. But tier 3 college students can expect 100% growth if they do really well. So they need to work hard, build up their skills and get a higher growth. So if they do good projects and build their CV well, then they can switch to product based companies from service based, or they can switch to VLSI from IT side if they possess necessary skills, and within some time they can get higher CTC. All these things require learning, switch and grow. So have patience, these things happens with time, and think yourself what motivates you, what field really makes you to learn more, and then decide. So this was not a comparison actually, just an overview of both sides so that one can decide where to go and what to do. Thank you everyone, see you all in next video, stay tuned.